วัสดีครับผมเดียวนะครับ
ครับ
ตอนนี้ผมอยู่กับคุณฮาวิบีนะครับซึ่งกีตาร์ไทยได้โอกาสที่ดีในการสัมภาษณ์สุดยอดโปรดิวเซอร์อีกคนหนึ่งซึ่งโปรดิวเซอร์ท่านนี้นี่เคยทำงานกับ YouTube นะครับและ Bjork แล้วก็ศิลปินอีกมากมายเลยนะครับถ้ายังไงพบกับเขาเลยแล้วกันนะครับ Hello Howie
Hello, how are you?
This is a good sound
That's a very good sound.
Yeah this is a good effect
It's okay.
Yeah okay
It's okay for just now. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. We can do a lot with that, but it's very good. Yeah.
Okay we have too many ton of question to ask
Okay. Yes. I know. There's always lots of questions.
Okay
Yeah. It's good. Questions are good.
Yeah okay
Yeah.
The first question, can you talk more about your music background?
My music background. I grew up with the radio in Glasgow, Scotland. I was listening to my parents would play records, and I would listen to the radio as well in my bedroom. That's my I would say where my musical background came from. I dreamt, for me, being a musician was a dream. I never saw it as being a reality. I wanted to go to music school. No, I couldn't go to music school.
You taught by yourself?
Yes, yeah. I wanted to go to music college to learn how to engineer. No, I couldn't do that. Everybody kept saying no. So it was just a dream then. And then so my background comes from having a dream. Listening to music and dreaming how I could be involved with that. So it's a dream. And today it's still a dream for me. I still listen to music and I go, wow, I want to do that. It's still something. So for me, it was a dream, and then I said, okay, I need to make it practical. So it was up here. And then I moved to London in the 80s, 1980s, 83, 84. And I started knocking on studio doors. Knock, knock, can I have a job? No. Knock, knock, can I have a job? No. Knock, knock, I need like...
3 times?
No, more. Much more. For like maybe 1 year, I was...
Yeah.
And in that time, in London, there was maybe 300 professional studios. Not there was a lot more, but 300 commercial studios.
Yeah.
So working every day. So there was a lot of places to knock on the door, and I kept doing that. And then one place said yes, and I went in, and it was a place. It was a studio owned by, and it was by chance, total by chance. Oh, the studio was Hans Zimmer's.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool, and it was for making. They were writing music for films, so I went in there, and I was my first job was making tea, cha. I made tea for.
This is your routine.
That was my first.
This is your first job.
My first job, for 2 years.
For 2 years.
All I did was make tea every day. Tea for maybe 14, 16, 17 hours. But I was in a recording studio, so I'm watching most incredible musicians, listening, and making them tea. The better the tea was, the better the relationship I had. So I had to make a really good cup. It was, tea and music, that was it. And then from making tea, I moved up one step, and I could press play and record on the tape machine. So I did that for 6 months, and then after play record, I went into wiring things and putting up microphones, setting, and I was working with the best engineers, and still making tea as well, but I was given more responsibility. So my background is very practical. It's very here. It's not. There's no intellect at all in my. There's no school or. It's working through work. That's my background. So that's a long answer to your very short question.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
When you was young, who is the artist that inspired your music?
I think I had so many inspirations because you have to remember I'm listening to the radio, and I turn on the radio, and the music at that time, when in the 70s, was incredible. I was listening with, in one moment I'd be listening to T-Rex, then then I'd be listening to the Sex Pistols, then I'd be listening to James Brown, then I'd be listening to Sly and Robbie, then I'd be listening to some jazz. The British radio was incredible. So that was my colour for my taste. And the taste is my taste is very wide. For me, I love every genre of music. Very quickly, I have a feeling for it. And also very quickly, I can change my feel. I can listen to something and make a judgment, and then I go, oh, maybe not, maybe that's right, maybe... And I walk away and I come back again. I either still feel the same or I go the other way. I love that about music. And music is, it's very immediate. It provokes something very... So, taste-wise, whenever I'm working, very quickly, if I'm making something, I know, is it right or is it wrong? And if it's right, I carry on. If it's wrong, I stop. It's the same with the radio. If it was right, I'd listen. If it was wrong, I'd change the station.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, right. It's a good idea.
Yes, it's a good idea. If it's not good, change. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. As we know about you, you are artist. You have so many albums.
Yeah.
You are the producer. You are DJ and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay. This question about when some artists want you to produce their own album.
Yeah.
How does your process?
Okay. So the first thing is I listen. I get requests all the time. I treat each request as priority, and I listen and I feel, have I something I can offer the band or the artist? If I have, then I go into a conversation and I find out socially whether it works, because making music, producing music is it's a very sensitive thing. It's very it involves a lot of emotion. It involves a lot of expression, and if there's and it's very social experience. You're expressing it, so it's very important that I get on with the artist or the musicians, and we have a rapport. We can speak. But the first step is the music. I hear the music. I hear their diary. And I have a choice. I can either... my choice is there... Can I hear what they want and they're not getting? Or can I hear something that I can give that will make... So it's a two-way thing. The most important thing for me is there's no ego.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
There's no ego. So it means it's very funny talking about no ego in music, because music seems to be full of ego. But the best music for me, you do not hear ego, you hear the music. Okay. So that's the intention, to communicate and for me as an engineer, producer, arranger, to bring the best out of that band, that artist. By communicating. So in answer to your question is, do I feel I have something to offer, or do I feel I can push? Which is both. I think it's the same thing. For this band or artist to be exceptional. That's my goal as a producer, and the band artist, they need to be aware of what my goal is. Because my goal is selfless. It's about them.
Another question.
Yeah.
You work with a lot of artists and label.
Yeah.
Do you have any conflict about label? About your new ideas to put on?
It's interesting. Yes, there is conflict. There is conflict, and because of the conflict, I think is okay. If it's verbal, that's fine.
Okay.
If it's a verbal conflict, for me, if someone says to me no, and I know I'm right, or not right, I know the song I have, whether it's not producing, this is me as an artist.
Okay.
I'm answering as an artist, not as a producer. As a producer, it's not my conflict. It's the band's conflict.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But as an artist, I can answer you. Okay. And an artist, I have been told, I've given my heart and my soul to this song, this recording. I take it to someone, and someone, a record company, label, and they go, I like it, but, and then I go, oh, bye-bye. As soon as I hear but, as soon as the but happens, it's like, au revoir, bye-bye. And no, I don't sit, no wasting any time. You don't understand. No, I go, bye-bye.
Okay, this is
Yeah, I just go,
answer.
it's very quick. It's very quick.
Yeah.
It's yes or no. And if it's a no, but if they don't say no, but they say no in a polite way, I go, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay, I will remember this.
Yes. It's important because you're giving your soul. And if their judgment is, if they go, but, you have to say bye-bye. Yeah. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye.
Okay, as
yeah.
we know, you joined with the U2 band.
Yeah.
Can you share about this story?
Yes, I think for me there was a big, it was a big point in my life. It's something I still, every day, it's still in me. I produced 2 albums with them. One was
Two albums.
2 albums.
Yes, one is pop.
One is pop, and then I did one before called Passengers.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a beautiful record. It's a gorgeous album. My time with them was a big surprise for me because it came from nowhere. It was a chance. Bono and Edge were at a party. They heard one of my records, which was at that time was on Mo Wax. I was a label I was an artist on. Bono asked the person who was playing the record who made that record. The guy said, oh, that's a guy called Howie B. The next day I get a call from Island Records. Bono wants you to come to Ireland.
Yeah. You were shocked?
Yes, shock.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It was a shock because at that time I didn't have any, I knew who they were as a band, of course, but I didn't have any of their records. And at that time I still do, I had a big record collection, but none of them were U2 records. So I went over to Dublin, I met them, and they gave me space to express myself as a sound experimenter. They gave me space to push them. Like I was like they didn't know who I was. I wasn't like Brian Eno, I wasn't Daniel Lanois, I wasn't Quincy Jones. I was Howie, Howie B.
Yeah.
But they surrendered to me, and then I was like, whoa! And I pushed, and they went into a different place where they had not been before, and I learned. The main thing that happened was we made brilliant music. I think to this day I listen to it and I go, yeah, it's great. And I learned from them the concept of signature, the idea of having a musical signature, not just like a name, but the sound had to say exactly, had to have the name on it. The sound was the name, and that's very hard to do. And I learnt, they pushed me into pushing them, into pushing me, and so it was like a spiral, not a circle. It was like it just kept going, and it was great.
Yeah.
I was with them for 3.5 years, and I went on tour with them.
You tour with them.
Yeah, I went on tour with them. I produced the live show. I was on the desk, and then I played as well before them. So there was like 2 functions, like support act, DJ, and also like sound producer as well of the live show. So it was, incredible experience for me. Really, hard.
Yeah.
Hard and hardcore, yeah. Yeah.
And how about Bjork?
Bjork is the same thing. It was like Bjork. I knew Bjork from very early on. I like 91, 92, something like that. Maybe even before that, 90. And we were just friends making music together. And then, poof, it went massive for her.
Yeah.
And we still kept friends and we still made music. I really enjoyed recording her vocals. She was very happy at that time with the way that my attitude and the way I was in the studio, how I operated. And at that time we were analog. We weren't digital at that time, still analog. And so yeah, I worked with Bjork on maybe 3 or 4 of her records, or our albums, yeah. I wrote some songs with her, and yeah, I had an incredible journey with Bjork, yeah.
Very long time ago when I listened to your album
Yeah,
and Bjork album,
yeah,
maybe post, maybe when I was young,
yeah.
when the first time, wow, what is this?
What is this?
Very new sounds.
Yeah, what is this? Yeah, that's a great feeling, isn't it? I
Yeah.
get that. I still get that. Like even when I come here to Bangkok, and I listen to bands here, like I'm working with or I come in contact with, and I hear an instrument and I go, oh, what's
It's a
that?
new sound.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, what's that? You know, and it's like, or I hear a new way of playing an instrument. That's a great thing of music. I think it's a great thing of art, which I see music is a great thing of life, really. Meeting new friends, hearing a new sound, seeing something, wearing a new T-shirt, seeing a new design, tasting a new food. It's that experience, but music has got something that it's much more immediate. You don't need any. There's no language there, and that's
This is a music language.
yes, yeah, and it does something. It gives us life. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, so when you get that feeling, I get that feeling.
Yeah,
I get that feeling too.
yeah.
That's why you get that feeling. I'm normal. I'm a normal. You're a normal guy.
Yeah.
So if I go fuck, then I think everybody else is going to do the same. Yeah.
It's so incredible.
Yeah, because it doesn't involve here. It's just your ears.
Yeah.
And here.
Good.
Yes.
Good answers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you join with Jeff Beck?
Jeff Beck made a song for a American label. They asked me to remix one of a Jeff Beck song. I did that, I think 89, 90, a long time ago. You should look out for it. It's really good. Yeah. Yeah, I took like Jeff Beck guitar, and then I put like a sort of trip hop. Yeah, it's like Jeff Beck trip hop. It's really cool. And I did that with a label called Giant Step.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Giant Step?
Yeah. Giant Train song.
Yes. Yeah, well, yes, exactly. But then it became a label, and okay.
Good. As we know, you are producers.
Yeah.
How did you get your new idea, new sound, new material for the album, for the film score, for the
Okay.
blah blah?
For film scores, okay, there's like 4 different answers there. Okay, so for film scores, I listen to the director, I watch the movie, and we talk about emotion.
So you have to watch all of.
Yeah, I have to. Oh, yeah, but sometimes the movies, I have to read the script first of all. Sometimes the movie's not finished, but I talk to the director, I read the script, and we talk about emotions. It's usually emotions or color, but it's about expressing, being part of the pyramid of the film. The film is like this, you know, the image is the top, and then there's various things, and music is somewhere in this little structure. That's so with films is about expressing emotion. With my own music, it's also about emotion, but it's also about turning me on. I have to turn myself on.
Yeah.
I have to express myself and not compromise.
Yeah.
So it's a different.
Yeah.
So I cannot compromise. It has to be here. If it's down here, no. Or if I'm thinking, if I have a thought, then it's not finished. So it's expressing my emotions sonically, melodically, without compromise. and it has to turn me on. Not my friend,
Yeah.
not
Only
my
you.
yeah,
Only you.
me. It's a selfish act.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but the selfish act. I am normal. I'm a normal guy, so I know if I like it, but it has to be. And then with a band, producing a band, then it's them. They have to feel that it is the best that they have ever done. And however I get to that point with a band is usually by pushing them musically. It's not by me offering little rubies or like a cup of tea. It's no. It's pushing them so they feed themselves and then they go, oh, there's three different things there. Yeah.
I heard that you love jazz so much.
I love jazz, yeah.
So and you love free jazz.
Yeah, I love jazz. I love the concept of jazz. I think, for me, just the freedom of it,
It's about the improvisation.
No, jazz for me. What I love about jazz is no definition.
Oh yeah.
I think as soon as we start defining it, then it becomes modern jazz, classic jazz, free jazz, blues jazz. No, jazz, the concept of jazz, the freedom of it.
The freedom is the keyword.
Yes, yeah. It's, to me, jazz and hip hop, I think, are the freest forms of music that are around just now. I love jazz and I love hip hop. Listening to new jazz, listening to old jazz, listening to it just makes me feel, oh, that's great. Jazz, I think, is the most open. I think for me.
And we have we some chance to hear you make some new album which like mix dance music with jazz.
Of course, there's never no. For me, I mean, like, this is what I was saying at the beginning. Is like I'm still dreaming, like music now. I'm 54 now, and I am as excited about music as I was when I was 12, 13, 14, 15. The door for me is like. It's an open door. So yes, to work in jazz, to make jazz, like you too. Bono used to call me the jazz. I was the jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he defined me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said.
Nice to know you, Mr. Jazz.
Thank you. But so yeah, jazz. I mean, like I love marimba.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the jazz drum. I mean, and bass and yeah, the whole
thing about jazz.
I love it. And yes, of course, I would love to make a jazz record. Yeah, I made a couple of jazz records in Japan in the 80s as an engineer, not producer.
Yeah.
Just engineer. So I recorded that, and that was beautiful. Yeah.
Next question: which album or artist that you listen to at the moment?
Which album am I listening to at the moment?
Howie B.
I listen to myself all the time. I'm listening right now. It's interesting. I'm listening to an album by a guy called Timmy Thomas, and the album's called "Why Can't We Live Together." It's an incredible record. Organ, voice, and a Yamaha drum machine.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Yamaha, or it might be, I think it's Yamaha. Very simple, but
beautiful.
Yeah, bossa nova, tango, but with like Hammond organ and sometimes piano, electric piano, Rhodes piano, and the voice. So that's what I'm listening to just now for inspiration. Okay. But the album's like 40 years old.
40 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I like texture. I like recording texture. Even playing like a piano, I like to record the movement of the hands, but I like that you know that you're in front of the piano. So it's the texture of it. So I'm listening to older records and just listening to the texture.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing.
Same as me.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. When you're listening to some record, do you automatically think about is a potential source material for your own work or your
When I say that again, when I listen to
the new record
a new record,
from a lot of
yes, okay. So when I listen to, it's really I actually
or new all old record.
yeah I listen. It's interesting. There's two ways of listening for me. I can listen as well. Maybe there's more. It's because now I have children, so I listen to music through them as well.
Oh yeah.
So that's really interesting. So in my house, it's like I have a 12-year-old boy
Yeah.
who is listening to like, whoa. I go, wow, what's going on there? And then my daughter, when she was 12, she you know, like, and so I'm listening to music through lots of different mediums, through my children, through me, through the radio. I have to stand away, yeah, and go, because I can't. Otherwise, I'm working all the time, and I have to enjoy music as well as I live from music. I feed my kids from music. But also I have to enjoy music as well, as we all enjoy music. It's difficult sometimes to make the difference.
Yeah.
And I'm aware of that. I haven't got the answer, so there's no answer.
Yeah.
There's no answer. There's no answer because I'm caught. It's like I go. I really like that, and then I go.
I got your answer.
Yeah.
The important thing that you got from the music is enjoy.
Yes.
Because someone as like me when I listen to the jazz music, wow, this is a very good technique.
Yes.
Like something like that.
Yeah. And you've just got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. In your opinion, how does the trend of music in the future? Maybe next year, 2 years, next 2
I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care.
It's up to you.
I don't care. If I told you, then I would go to bed. You know, if I knew what was going to happen tomorrow in anything, what's the point of having tomorrow? No, I don't care what happens in the future. All I care about really is now. Musically, it's what's happening in my life right now is what matters. I am not looking for the new sound. I am not looking for the new beat. I am looking to express myself, and I'm looking for other people to do that. That's all I can demand from music, is that it's now. This is the future. I go bye-bye.
Okay. That's good answer.
Bye-bye.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
As we know, you are producer, you are engineer, and another way, you are DJ too.
Yes, I'm a
Like
DJ too.
Okay, if this question for the beginner.
Yeah.
What is the basic skill for DJ, engineering, or like a producer? Or?
I think that for me, whatever it is, be the best. Choose something and be the best at it, and have no question about your ability. But not the best in ego, best in ability. In like, I have an idea, and I know how to, and I can express that either as a DJ, as a bass player, as a guitar player, as a drummer, as an engineer. They're all different skills.
Yeah.
They're all different skills, but it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen, and I have to be honest, it doesn't happen in school. It happens by doing, and the more you do, the more you do. For me, it's then once you're confident in your ability as a musician, as a DJ, then it's expressing your taste. And your taste is your signature. Whether it's a guitarist, a drummer, a band, collective group of people. So it's a long process. It's a long process. It's
choose the only one and do it the best.
It's but the best, it sounds like a very like ego thing, but it's not ego. It's nothing to do with ego. The best, it means like, you know that no one can touch you.
Okay.
with what you do.
Okay.
But that doesn't happen like that. It happens, and whatever it is you do, whether it's like in that musical world, whether it's an engineer, producer, it's being able to express yourself, have an idea, and express your taste. There is no rule.
Yeah.
There's no rule. There's no rule. But it's about doing. It's doing. It's not about talking. That's why it's difficult for me to explain it, because it really is about doing. It's physical action.
Do you have any project or new album? Your new album in the future?
Yes, I have two big projects on just now. Three. One, I'm writing a film score just now for a Chinese film. Number two, I'm making my new record. I have 8 songs to do, and I'm 5. I've finished 5. I have another 3 to do. And the other thing is I'm setting up a record label again called Pussyfoot Records.
Your record. Your label record.
Yes, yeah. So that's the 3 things I'm focusing on.
Yeah. You listen to a lot of music all around the world. Have you ever listened to the original Thai music?
Yes, of course I have. That's why I'm here, for God's sake.
Yeah. Have we some chance to hear you making your album and mix the Thai, some Thai instrument in your music?
That's not for me to do. For me, the joy of coming to Thailand is giving, not taking.
That's a good idea, yeah.
Okay. So I love Thai musicians, and that's why I'm here. I've been coming to Thailand for 4 or 5 years, 3 times a year, to hear and work with people here.
You give it?
Yes, I'm giving. It's not. So I feel that's good. Yeah, that's enough for me. Yeah.
Okay. The last one.
Last question.
Yeah.
Woo!
What is the most important thing that musician, DJ, or something like that should pay attention, but they are not?
Hello.
Like me. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice to meet you,
Nice.
Mr.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
No,
for your
thank
time.
you. No, I really enjoyed that. That was
Yeah.
good. And the questions, I felt that I liked that. I felt I could talk.
Yeah.
Thank you.
ต้องขอบคุณนะครับคุณมาร์คคุณปาร์คแห่งวงเย็นสุขนะครับที่ทำให้เรามีโอกาสได้สัมภาษณ์คุณฮาวิบีนะครับ
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Yes, that was really good. I enjoyed that. Thank you.
ยังไงติดตามเทปต่อไปของกีตาร์ไทยนะครับ เทปนี้ลาไปก่อนครับ สวัสดีครับ